Hello guys, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we got a Free the Piece Friday episode. We're going to open something vintage, I guess. This is a Parkin' Plates Hotwheels 300ZX. This is actually one of my favorite older Hot Wheels castings. This is copyright date 1988. Here's a look at the back of the card. But before we get too into it, let's take a look. I've got a couple other of this casting in my collection. Any variation of this that I don't have, I'm interested in. I do have 3 of them. I've got, and I don't know exactly what year they're from or anything like that, but I've got this one right here in red. Got tennis rackets in the back. So the casting has a metal body, a metal base, interior piece which sticks out as part of the bumpers in the front and back. Well, this one's in pretty nice condition. It's on Hot One wheels, which give it a little bit of suspension because the axles are so thin. And the door's open on it. Very nice little example in red. It is not perfect, but it's fairly in mint condition. It's pretty close. Got a little bit of gold chrome missing from the wheel there. What's going on with the paint right there? But nothing worth messing with. And I think it's pretty good. The tampos are in pretty good shape, all that stuff, so really dig it. So I've got that older one, and then I've got this older one too in yellow. Tampos are in decent shape. I don't know if that's like dirty right here. I've never tried to clean this up or anything like that. Little mark on the window. There's a little flea bite right here in the mirror. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. Again, opening doors. I think I've actually got one more of these older ones, and I don't know where it is in this mess down here. I'm pretty sure I had one more. I thought I did. I do have another one that's like a newer, I think this is the newest release of this and the last release of this one in purple with some Japanese writing on it. This one has more of a modern wheel on it and modern axles, so the axles do not have any bounce to them. Door's still open, all that jazz. It's still metal on metal. This one's made in China. These others, this one's a Malaysia base, and this one is also a Malaysia base. So these were copyright, I think copyright date 1984, so that would have been the first time the casting would have come out. So a pretty cool model, and definitely a cool Nissan Z-car. Matchbox also made a Z-car in this era, and now has since this Z-car, and now has since re-released it in the Matchbox Superfast lineup. So, and actually, hang on one second. Let me just grab that real quick. Okay, I'm sorry. It's the 280 that they just redid. The 280ZX. That's this one right here. Pretty close body style. Fairly similar to it. So this is the one that you just released in Superfast. Of course, it's got opening doors. So this is a Matchbox. And then here's the other version that they did in the moving parts, the basic moving parts. So these are recent releases, but they did do a 300ZX in the past, and that is this car right here. This one's got suspension. I think it actually has an opening hood. So this was like the 80s release of this car. I think the copyright date was 86 for this one. So here was the Matchbox version of the 300ZX in this body style. I think the Matchbox one's pretty nice. The Hot Wheels one is really nice, I think, though, too. I like them both. I think they're both done pretty well. This one's obviously a bit large. This one is in 1/58 scale. And actually, scale-wise, they're pretty close to the same in length. This one is definitely wider. But anyway, just a cool little add-on to this video. Some Matchbox. I like that casting. I think this is the only version of this casting that I have is in this like sparkle gray, silverish color that they used a lot in this era. And it looks pretty good. It looks decent. All right, so there's that. And then, of course, this. So we got ketchup and mustard. Both of these cars, I like them. And next, we're going to go ahead and finally open this Parkin' Plates car. All right, so let's go ahead and rip her open. This car's in decent condition. It's not in that great a condition, so... But, you know, I don't really keep anything carded. If it's going to stay carded, it's going to get sold out of my collection. That's the way it goes. If I'm keeping it, it's going to be loose, with a very, very, very few exceptions. So here's the little plate thing. And then here is the car. Packaging go in the garbage. Has a little plastic insert the car sits in, and then this, of course, is the little storage case thing. Kind of cool, except for like if you were to stack these, you couldn't really display them much because you couldn't see the car through the case. So I'd almost do it backwards. It's too bad. I don't know. They should have done this a little bit differently, I think. But I guess for kids to play with it and stack these, it's pretty cool. So here we go with the 300ZX. Tampos look good. They are the same. It's the same tampo scheme as this yellow one here, just different colors. And again, we got the Hot Ones wheels. Of course, the metal body, metal base, the opening doors. And a welcome addition to my little 300ZX collection from Hot Wheels. Pretty cool. They also did the next generation 300ZX. Hot Wheels did in this era, and actually so did Matchbox as well. That car is a really cool car. I like that car. And then of course they did it back in the early 90s or whatever, and then they did another 300ZX recently. Hot Wheels did, and made it look much better. The old casting wasn't quite as great, but it did have opening doors. I should have grabbed one of those out to take a look at too while we're on the Z topic. Anyway, I dig this car. I dig this casting from Hot Wheels. It's one of my favorite older castings. I just think it was done really nice. It was only released a handful of times. I believe there are some variations of it, though, that are pretty hard to get. I couldn't tell you offhand which ones those are. But, yeah, really like this casting. It makes me happy to get another one loose. Nice blister pull to add to the collection. And it'll join these three, or it'll join these two on display. This one just goes back in a jammer because there's really not much to display on that one, but it looks pretty nice anyway. So yeah, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys very, very much for watching another Free the Piece Friday. Again, I do definitely encourage participation in Free the Piece Friday. Go ahead and post it up to your Instagram, post it up to your YouTube if you got one, post it up to Facebook. Tag me in the process. I'll be sure to check out your posts. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great and excellent day.